Meghan Markle has been allegedly exposed by a streaming giant CEO. And let's put it this way, it ain't looking pretty for Megsy. Hey up everyone, it's me, Stef the Alternate, your nerdy alternative, and welcome to The Dose, the Daily Nerd, where I break down the royal news and gossip of the day that's pretty much caught me eye. And oh my goodness, yeah, let's jump into this madness, shall we? Now, this is all courtesy of Teresa Longo fans at @BarkJack_, and if you're not following them on Twitter, do so now. Seems like they've got some really good takes, and I have to say, allegedly, insider information when it comes to the gruesome twosome. Now, this one caught my eye from yesterday. And Teresa Longo fans said, quote, promoting herself on her own isn't going well. A crisis meeting occurred this weekend. We talked to a media streaming CEO and a big shot director-producer duo about Meghan Markle posing on plush celebrity carpets. Now, before we go any further, this media streaming CEO that Teresa Longo fans is referencing here, we don't know if it's Netflix, Amazon, or any other kind of streaming giant kind of situation. We don't know for sure. It's not specifically said. I suspect it's Netflix that's now sick of her really at the end of the day. Anywho, Teresa Longo fans quotes them saying, no one knows why she's there. It's like Hollywood's turning around and saying she's absolutely pointless, like meaningless. We don't know why she's here. Why is she here? Who is she again? What is the point of Meghan Markle? Is essentially, allegedly, what they're saying here, in my opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever. Now, underneath, Writer Girl at Fugo L22 says she's there to draw attention to herself, otherwise she seems to be doing nothing but pose for headlines. And Teresa Longo fan says people noted this and aren't impressed. And then for those that are thinking, well, who is she having these crisis meetings with? Because there are rumours that WME have dropped her, that Harry and Meghan's just had enough. Teresa Longo fans just says, whoever has been advising her of late, supposedly. Now, another little tidbit just on the side that Teresa Longo fans has tweeted out is from an ex-Harkle staffer from a 2023 email saying the level of contempt and entitlement is on a level never seen before. Every single thing is catered around what she wants to do, made you feel worthless and inadequate. And so it seems like if this is all true, well, Hollywood is taking note here. And the streaming media giants, the director-producers, it seems like, yes, they are taking note of Megsy's behaviour and thinking no one knows why she's there. What's this whole contempt and level of entitlement all about? Like, she hasn't paid her dues. She thinks just because she married into royal family and is banging Prince Hazard that now she's got a level of importance and that she's owed it, that she expects it. She has this level of entitlement. And Hollywood's turning around and saying, don't think so. We don't even know why she's there in the first place. Now, this is the thing, right? Speaking of the streaming giant CEO, yeah, as far as I'm concerned, it could be Netflix, it could be another streaming giant, but overall, reports are coming out. Netflix are sick of her. They are done. It is not expected that the Netflix deal will actually be renewed. This is according to co-founder Matthew Belloni and entertainment reporter Lesley Goldberg. Saying that, look, at the end of the day, the Netflix deal with Hazard and Megsy is one of the worst deals of Hollywood's peak TV era. They noted that the Hazard and Megsy mockumentary was a blockbuster hit, but that's due to the fact that Hazard and Megsy were trying to dish the dirt about the British monarchy. I would rephrase that as Hazard and Megsy were trying to, opinion, conspiracy theory, whatever, lie about the British monarchy and the British people, right? But this is the thing, right? Belloni and Goldberg said that none of the other couple's projects that have been released since then have actually connected or been successful in the same way. I mean, you only have to look at the animated series of Pearl that didn't even get the green light. It was that bad, apparently. And then you've got Meg's forthcoming cooking show that has already been pushed back to 2025 with rumours that Netflix aren't actually impressed with it, that they don't really want to show it in the first place. But this is the thing. If Hazza and Megzy lose this Netflix contract, they're done. It's over. It's out. As reports in the rap and other industry trade publications are saying, they have worn out their welcome in Hollywood and squandered opportunities because they are demanding to work with but lack experience. And going back full circle to Teresa Longo fans just for one moment, as you know, the media streaming CEO and a big shot director producer duo was saying, no one knows why she's there. No one knows why she's there whatsoever. They've worn out the welcome. Megzy has worn out a welcome. And yeah, speaking of the cooking show, yeah, this now is not going to air until 2025. And it's compounded with, you know, the American Riviera Orchard trademark difficulties, to say the least, that Megzy has encountered, where it looks like she actually has to rename the brand. And yeah, it's a case of this whole launch of American Riviera Orchard in conjunction with the cooking show with Netflix has been an absolute unmitigated disaster. Netflix can only just kind of like get their head up the parapet and take notice and say, yeah, this ain't going according to plan. Who the hell is this person again? What the hell is she doing? But it's not just Megzy that I think that Netflix is giving the side eye to at this point, but also as well Hazza. Netflix bosses are not happy with Hazza and his upcoming Polo documentary because it hardly features him at all. Instead, they're calling it essentially here the Nacho Show. Source last night, as of the 28th of September when this article was released, claimed that Netflix bosses have been disappointed with just how much the final edit focuses on the unknown, saying the streaming giant expected more bang for its buck. Behind the scenes, the whole Polo documentary, whatever it's called, is being nicknamed the Nacho Show. A source saying apart from their documentary series, which had the drama of them quitting the royal family, everything else they've produced has been underwhelming. Any reasonable person turning into a show about Polo made by Prince Harry would expect Harry to take a starring role. That is hugely disappointing for Netflix. Let's face it, Polo isn't exactly a mainstream sport, so the attraction would have been watching Harry. Without him, it's marginal at best. And I've said that before. This show will not be successful from Hazza. Why? Because polo is such an elite sport that's played by the elites, okay, in society, that in terms of the mainstream, the masses, no one really knows how it's played. No one really knows the rules, the main players, Nacho. I only know about Nacho because of Hazza. That's it, right? So yeah, with Hazza actually not being in this polo show pretty much whatsoever, to me, it's just guaranteed that this show is going to be an absolute bomb. And again, Netflix is taking note. The source saying here that, look, the polo show sounds like a big nothing burger. For a show about a sport of kings, polo barely features any royalty. It's not the Harry show, it's the Nacho show. So you've got reports that Netflix, for both Hazza and Megzy, are not happy with what they're producing whatsoever, right? Megzy's show being pushed back to 2025. Hazza's show being called the Nacho Show, and Netflix really disappointed that he's not really in it that much at all. With rumours continue to intensify that Netflix will drop Hazza and Megzy and will not renew their contract. Well, when you go back to the initial tweet that I showed you of Teresa Longo fans talking to a media streaming CEO and big shot director producer duo saying about Megzy, no one knows why she's there. Yeah, no one knows why she's there in Hollywood whatsoever. No one knows the point of Megzy. No one's buying into Megzy. No one's buying from Megzy. They absolutely hate Megzy. And if you missed my video from earlier on today, a couple of hours ago, I'll link it in the description bar below and it'll be the end of this video. Guys, I'm showing you the receipts that Megsy is hated more in Hollywood than Diddy. With that being said, if you appreciated this video and you want more, and believe me, of course, there's going to be more, you do not want to miss my next video, then make sure you subscribe to join our Alter Nerd tribe, because I'll be honest with you, help us now get to 1 million so we can also get that go play button right there and hopefully cause a Meghan Markle meltdown on Instagram. Like, share, comment down below your opinion, conspiracy theories, whatever's. Also, as well, if you've got some very strong opinions about this, and I bet you do, then make sure you send me a super thanks. It's just below this video right here. We can have a conversation about this because it does guarantee a response from me. And until the next time, you guys, laters.